Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. It hasn't started yet, but by the time I upload this, it might be. So I just got done watching Dave Chappelle's The Dreamer.
Dreams you have in your sleep, the ones you hold in your heart. What happens to a dream deferred? Lucky for Dave, he doesn't know.
On Netflix, and he's doing it again. He's doing it again. He's gonna be in so much trouble. Holy shit. It's actually his 7th Netflix special and comes in at 56 minutes. The first 30 so minutes is a regular stand-up comedy special. The last 19 minutes or so is him telling his story and thanking people for allowing him to fulfill his dream. He comes out wearing a denim shirt, button-up shirt, denim pants, similar to what he was wearing during Killing Them Softly on the same stage years and years ago. And you can tell, this is his hometown. This is where he's from. Seats are filled, and he gets a lot of laughs throughout the special. So there's obvious that people find him funny. Whether he's your cup of tea or not, that's up to you. Glug, 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 glug. It's not tea, by the way. That's vodka and meth. Okay, so first 20 minutes, I'm going to spoil a little bit of it for you, maybe. This is your spoiler alert. Spoilers ahead. If you are going to watch it and intend on watching the special, do not watch the rest of this video. Pause it here. Come back later, maybe. He's doing it for him. He's doing it for his fans, the people that find him funny and laugh at him. Because he goes hard on everyone. Literally everyone on this one. Everyone. All the people, they get a little bit, and that's comedy. That's what comedy is. So he starts off telling a story about meeting Jim Carrey. But at the time he was meeting Jim Carrey was Andy Kaufman. And if you've seen that documentary on Netflix where Jim Carrey says that he was inhabiting Andy Kaufman's spirit during the time filming Man on the Moon, then Jim Carrey's fucking batshit crazy and insane. But he compares that where he had to call him Andy because he couldn't call him Jim, even though he could see that this man is Jim Carrey before him. He compares that to being trans. Now, holy shit. He just continues smoking along, says he's no longer going to talk about trans people, which if you saw any of his specials, the last 4 talks about them quite a bit, and he's gotten quite a bit of shit about it. But apparently he doesn't give a fuck. Nothing really is off limits to a degree, as long as you're not being an asshole just to be an asshole. But I'm also not a trans person, so I have no say in that part either. Then he moves on, says he's not talking about them anymore. Now he's going to talk about disabled people. And he does a impersonation that will probably get people very mad at him. And then he moves on to talking about the people, the ghosts of the Titanic, the people that died on the Titanic, what they might say as they saw that submarine, the submersible, approaching them, which he says, only like 3 people laugh at this when I do it, but this is my impression of the ghosts of the Titanic as they saw the submersible coming. And then he says something funny. And he continues on, and he tells a story about Chris Rock, getting smacked by Will Smith, which everybody knows, everybody's seen it. It's out there. Tells a story about how he called Chris immediately after and asked Chris, was this real? And Chris Rock's like, yeah, it hurt, motherfucker. What are you talking about? So he knew it was real at that moment. Because like everybody else, he thought, was this staged? What the fuck is going on here? He continues throughout, going in on different people. He talks about his wife. His wife's Asian. So he makes a couple Asian jokes about his wife. He again brings up Juicy Smollett, as he calls him, Jesse Smollett. Smollett. I don't know. All in all, it was like a tight 40 that he had, and then he had a 20-minute chat after, well, not chat, but he had a 20-minute long story where it basically led him to thanking people for making his dream come true. So the stand-up specials filmed in DC, where he's from and where he started his comedy career at, or the dream of a comedy career, when he was 14 years old. I got to back up, because he actually starts out talking about Norm Macdonald. And when his father passed, Norm Macdonald being the only person that was able to get him to be consolable and laugh again. But then he immediately goes into trans people. So for me, this isn't his strongest special. It's not even close to the strongest special. It's a good special. It's a good 40-minute comedy special with a 20-minute story that has some comedy elements in it. If you get triggered by anything, you probably shouldn't watch it. If you're triggered by anything, literally anything, you probably shouldn't watch it. But if you don't get triggered by things, then it's a good special to watch. Dave Chapelle had a big impact on me as a kid growing up when the Chapelle Show came out, when Killing Them Softly came out, especially. But then when the Chapelle Show came out, my cousins and I, we were pretty poor kids. We were stealing cable, and we were able to sit and watch the Chapelle Show. We'd get stoned. We were like 14, 15 years old. We'd get stoned. We were all working by that point. We had all dropped out of high school. And we'd just get high and watch the Chapelle Show. That and South Park and a few other things, probably developed our personalities because that's, fundamental growing up time. So to me, Dave Chapelle will always be one of the best, if not the best of our time, of my time. And this is just another good outing for him. Like I said, it's not my favorite of all the Netflix specials that he has. And I realize he's going to get shit over this. And he realizes that too. But he doesn't give a fuck because he doesn't keep an eye on what's on the internet. He can be canceled by people that wouldn't enjoy his shit anyway. I don't defend some of the things he says, but I will defend his right to say them, right? Are you a fan of stand-up comedy? Are you a fan of Dave Chapelle stand-up comedy? That's what's going to dictate whether or not you like this special. Dave Chapelle isn't for everyone, apparently. And if you really enjoy comedians banging microphones on their knees, their hands, and a stool, this is perfect. It's the best special you could get. It's great. But is it his best? No, it's not his best. But it is still good. And if you are a fan of his, you are definitely going to enjoy it. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's my review of watching it and going through it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he's a divisive comic nowadays where he jokes about whatever he feels like. He's not beholden to any one sect of people. He literally jokes about everybody, all different types of people. If it's LGBTQ, white, black, Asian, Mexican, he doesn't pull a punch. He jokes about everyone. And he even talks about punching down, since he got told everything he does is punching down. So he talks about, now I really love punching down. Now I'm going after the disabled crowd because I love punching down. I'm a lazy comic, he says, but I'm not lazy. Like I work all the time. I write all the time. I do a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm lazy because I tell jokes that I like. Even if only 3 people laugh out of 20,000, I go, yeah, it's good enough. I don't know how to end this. Look me in my eyes. I love you all. Every one of you. Doesn't matter what you are, who you are, or where you're from. I love you all. Have a great night and a happy new year. Drink responsibly and have fun. See you in the next one.